Wagwan guys, if your job takes almost all of your energy and picking a side hustle becomes something very challenging for you because you can't do a side hustle that requires your physical attention all the time. So I've been getting tons of messages from people asking me how I actually manage to juggle freelancing, my corporate job, and being consistent with content creation, which also makes me some money. Here is this one mistake that 90% of people make when starting side hustles that literally kill their chances of success, their chances of making money enough even before they begin. I will tell you exactly what that is and how to avoid it. But first, let me blow your mind with something. You know how a whole lot of people on YouTube are actually talking about passive income and all that? Well, I discovered something that most people don't realize, and there is this content creator I know who started with 0 followers and was working at a bank. Within a 2-year period, this guy has grown, now earning about 450,000 naira on a side from content creation. You understand? Like, this is an hustle. We all know how demanding banking jobs are in Nigeria. So how could he possibly do that? Amazingly, he never showed his face on his documentary YouTube channel, and he doesn't even post every day. Just chill with me because I'm going to show you exactly how he strategized in this video later. Most people think that you must quit your job or you must have a very rare special skills. That is actually wrong. These are businesses that you can run from your phone, during your break time, during your weekends, during your leave, during your holiday, these random free hours that you have. Your financial game changes when you figure out multiplication method. You understand what I mean by this? It is fine if you have a single hustle, maybe like you have a 9-to-5 job that pays you 2 million naira, that pays you 1.7 million. You are at executive level, board level. You understand those kind of levels that you earn maybe 1.5 million naira per month in Nigeria. So that's great. But for most people, you may need to run multiple side hustles simultaneously without breaking down or sacrificing things that you consider valuable. Your health is important and your time with family. So for me, my 9-to-5 job in 2019 funded my freelancing because I was buying Connect from the money I already had saved. And I actually find it surprising these days that people want to, especially now that Upwork has become a pay to win, that you have to pay to win. If you want to get anything meaningful, you need to pay for maybe like things like coaching, you need to pay for Connect, you need to pay. You need to pay. It's sad, but it's the reality now. I wish that Upwork was still like the way it was before. But now you need to pay. Even when it was like that before, I still had to fund my freelancing with the money I made, with the money I saved up from my 9-to-5 job. And when the freelancing became like a main thing that could actually be my main source of income, I was taking part of the freelancing money to fund my content creation. This is something many people don't do. You have a 9-to-5 job or you are making money freelancing and you are just spending the money. You should use that part of that money, maybe like a 10%, a 20%, any percentage of it you are comfortable with, to be building something else on the side. It will take time for that thing to also start paying. My YouTube didn't pay me 1 naira in the first 1 year of doing it, and I spent close to 2 million naira buying light, buying camera. 9-to-5 funded my YouTube, and now my everything is actually getting to a point of autopilot that I can also free up my time. But then it's not like we that talked about hustle, we want to hustle for life. Hustle now, it's also, in my own view, is from the perspective of building. So you build something now that can help you free up your time later. Otherwise, you would have your time not freed up now, working hard like a Trojan, and later you will still need to work as hard as you are working now. That doesn't make sense. Do you understand? So then being a content creator, making this YouTube video makes me get some kind of consulting gigs, some kind of coaching gigs, and other benefits. For example, like the new TV station engagement I have right now. One of the considerations, I was actually surprised when the recruiters and they pop up my LinkedIn, pop up my YouTube channel. Do you understand what I'm saying? It all just works together. So each one made the other one, each of the hustles make the other hustle stronger, and then the cycle just continue like that. Now, here is the first income stream that actually changed everything for me. Skills monetization. You already have some skills, Trust me, the problem might be that you are not packaging them right. Nigerian content creators can actually generate multiple incomes by turning their existing knowledge into things like digital products, like courses, like ebook. You can actually sell on Seller or on other global platforms. If you are an accountant, for example, you can create budgeting templates for individuals and then sell it as digital products. You can create it for small businesses, start-up, big companies. If you are in HR, you can actually offer resume writing services. If you are a graphic designer, you can actually sell Canva and Photoshop mockups or templates on platforms like Shutterstock, Freepik, and so on. The key is finding the pain point in your industry and solving them for people who are one step behind. I know this guy who works in IT. He started creating simple tech tutorials during his lunch break and during his weekend, the free time he has, his off day. Nothing serious like that, just screen recording, explaining how to do this, how to do that. Today, he's making about 200,000 naira on the side monthly from selling courses on Udemy. This is crazy. Like, this is just from things he does in his free time. Do you understand? The second income stream is what I called proximity networking. What does this mean? This is where you make money from people you already know. And I'm not talking about multi-level marketing, you know, your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors, your family members. This trick is not about being that annoying person who is always trying to sell something. Instead, you become the solution person to people's needs. For example, a YouTuber talked about how he noticed his co-workers were always complaining about their LinkedIn and, you know, co-workers, employees talking about how they want to get other jobs and their LinkedIn being unprofessional. Instead of saying, hey, I would fix that for you right now, he actually started sharing LinkedIn tips and posting it to his WhatsApp status where he knows that people in his office will actually see it. Within 3 weeks, 4 weeks or thereabout, people started asking him to please help them write profile. He charges them a bit for it, and now he does it even for his subscribers and makes money from that. So here is something that might actually surprise you. The average content creator in Nigeria can actually earn between 100,000 naira to 500,000 naira. I'm not talking about big celebrities and mega big creators at all. Those ones are making blood money without rituals, you know. So I'm talking about regular guys like me, like you, regular babes. So the problem is that most people think that they need thousands of followers to make money from content creation. No, wrong now. Like my friend Timmy would always say. The third income stream is micro-influencing. Again, you don't need 100,000 followers for micro-influencing. I have seen people with 500 followers make more money than those who have 10,000 followers because they built real relationship with their cultivated audience. So making money on YouTube is not limited to maybe ad revenue. So it's a long-term game of something you do on the side. So if someone loses their job and then they want to resort to side hustle, it doesn't work that way in practical. Most times, side hustle will not save you when you already have nothing else that is actually going to fund that side hustle. You need to start building your side hustle when your main hustle is still functioning. That is actually the best way to go. Whether you're freelancing, whether you want to make money via YouTube, I'm just telling you this straight from my heart. Do you get? So like, for example, if content creation is your side hustle, Fiverr has this program where you require, I think, 5,000 subscribers to get in. Then Adobe also has a similar program like that. So you might want to check that. Here's where most people mess up. They try to do everything at once. While I'm a big fan of being versatile and diversifying your income, for you to start, you need to pick one, get really good at that one thing, then you can expand to other things. Stilt method I mentioned earlier. This is how you build your side hustle without your main hustle suffering. The secret is time blocking and energy management. You need to manage your energy. You don't be a robot now, Abi. So for example, like if I start getting to my corporate job the days I go, and then I am dozing off like at work, I'll get fired. And that would be just, that would be right. And one of the ways to make your side hustle not suffer because of your main hustle is some things can be like you can contract out some tasks. You can contract out some things. Do you understand? So you don't just have to do everything yourself because you want to make all the money. For example, like if I am supposed to make, let's say 300,000 naira and maybe like I contract a part of that project that is very easy, that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can do, maybe for like 100K, and then I do the rest and make 200K. Yeah, I've made less than 300K that I would have made if I didn't do it myself, but I'm able to save myself some energy. So I'm able to manage my time juggling things. For example, like sometimes my break time, I have a 1 hour break time for the days I go to work. And I can, maybe like sometimes if I have a meeting, I can schedule the meeting, 30-minute meeting between that 1 hour break, although I don't even take the 1 hour ones most. Do you understand? So I just ensure that like I'm able to balance things off. And the good part is that what I do aside hustles does not stress me. There are things I enjoy. That's also another key factor. You need to do things that you enjoy. Then I am also intentional about not getting a job that requires me to, for example, like I stay on the mainland, and so if I've gotten a lot of jobs on the island that I actually turned down or didn't even consider, because I don't want to leave work by 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or whatever time, and then have to stay in traffic for maybe like another 3 hours. That is not a good use of my time. So I am intentional about getting a workplace close to where I stay, or if I get a good offer far away from where I stay, I would move closer to my workplace so that I can run everything I run pretty fine. So now let's talk about the fourth income stream, and that is what I call partnership profit. This is where you work with people to create bigger opportunities. I know someone who teamed up with a younger creative to actually offer complete branding packages to small businesses. You know, she handles the networking part, she is the out person and does the negotiation and strategy. Then he handles things like shooting the video and taking the picture and doing things like the graphics. Then they split the profit into half. You know, I was taught a concept when I was in school. They call it marriage value. That means when you bring maybe like two properties together, and it happens that maybe property A is 1 million, property 2 is 1 million, but when you bring them together, they give you 5 million value. Yeah, there's a concept like that. You can research it. So that is what they were also able to achieve. It's their synergy. That is, in their case, they charge way more than each of them could have charged, because now they are branded, and now they are considering getting a third person, like that person will be an employee or a contracted employee of. So remember that mistake I mentioned earlier that a lot of people used to make. This is it. They start too many things at once. I see people trying to start affiliate marketing, YouTube, freelancing, dropshipping, and selling courses. Now they are wondering why nothing is actually working out. Focus on one thing until it brings in at least, say, maybe like 250 to 500,000 naira monthly. Then add another one, then another one, then another stream of income. That is what actually separates successful side hustlers and the ones who actually give up after 2 months of trying one particular thing. So now let's talk about the content creator I mentioned earlier. He creates educational documentary content, but he never shows his camera. You know how banks can be if they get to know like he's running that kind of stuff. I don't know. Okay, so he hired an assistant that actually works with him, and the assistant works with him remotely, and he pays the assistant a reasonable small fee sort of, and his video got actually about just 15 views. Being consistent and providing value actually beats being trying to be perfect every single time. And guess what? The channel is actually doing even way better. The channel is doing fine now, like I'm able to get a lot of views consistently. So if you're wondering about which platform to focus on, let me break it down for you. So YouTube creators can actually make money through ads, sponsorship, channel membership, and selling their own products. You know, Facebook is also another one. Facebook has creator bonuses, in-stream ads, and brand partnership. Although in Nigeria, that doesn't really apply, but for countries where it applies, you know, my audience are not only Nigerians. I check my analytics, and I realize that, people actually watch this channel from all over the world. It's quite impressive. Thank you so much. You can let me know the country you're watching this from in the comments. So what I would just advise you to do is to pick one platform and become really good at it before moving to the next. So if this video has actually opened your eyes to new possibilities to consider, and you find it valuable, please just smash the like button right now, please. And I'll see you in the next video.